Well, hello there. We're going to be playing the newest character in Soulstone. I'm going to be using their second weapon because it's been a lot of fun. Um, we got runes slightly switched up because we have this one instead of that one. Other than that, and then we have no upgrades to his weapons. I've only done that to Monkey King, but I haven't actually used the Monkey King. I just was seeing what the system was and just jammed it all into one weapon and went from there. But I'll show you the fun build I've been playing. Yeah, no, this has been a lot of fun. I really enjoy this class. I like his buff. He doesn't feel too weak without the buff. It's easy to get the buff. He's got pretty good access to stuff, survivability. So, I've been playing some other builds, so I might eventually do an updated version of this, where I find a build that's better, but of the stuff I've tested, this has been the best ones. Yep, there's been other ones that might be able to clear this stage faster, but I haven't been able to clear Overlord as well. So, because I'm trying to think. Yeah, that's one of the... I had to think for a second what one of my skills was, because I forgot to actually look it up before I started this. Because I was messing with another build, so I had to think what I use for this build. Plus, the mech's just cool. It's just funny. This character came out the same day the big update for Deep Rock came out. And he's a dwarf with a gun. Like... he just feels like a Deep Rock Survivor character. He's even called Engineer. Like... I don't know if that was on purpose, or it just happened to be, but... to me, it's funny. Come on. Don't do this to me. You're gonna do this to me. You always do this to me. You always do this to me. I need that sweet, sweet experience. Huh, wasn't so bad. Ooh, and that early. I will take that. Nope. I got all the stuff I need. Banish that, because I proved that that thing is just pointless. Like, maybe if I went completely whole hog into it, like, only upgraded it, maybe it might be worth something. But as it sits, nah. I was trying to mess with it. It's just, it's not the best. The one thing I noticed is that I keep giving ammunition to my little turrets, and I don't know if they're supposed to have it. I don't think they're supposed to have it. So it's kind of funny that my turrets and little buddies just keep sitting there getting with all this ammunition that they can't do anything with. I will take a second one of those this early. More bleed. Yeah, this run's going pretty smoothly. Yeah, past time I've done this hasn't given me like any of the chains I wanted, and it still runs pretty well. Like I said, it's a little slow at the start, mostly, sometimes. This is going pretty insanely right now, so we will see. Yeah, the fastest I've cleared is 9 minutes on a different build. So we'll see how well this goes. But yeah, I haven't done any upgrades for any characters because I'm going to basically wait till the series is done. And then I might try to see, like... Well, I know the next series I got to do is the non-broken series. Is try to find all the not big offenders. No 7th weapon slot. No EQ. Stuff like that. I'll have a whole list of what I will allow myself to use. Or it'll be a list of what I won't be allowed to use, because that's easier to do. So. This is actually going pretty good. Of course, the one I decided to stream, it does better than... Because I've done this build 2 times before this. And then I've ran a different build twice, I think. No, run this one once, and then I ran a different build once, and I was going to tweak it a bit. But I was like, you know what? I'll just do this build. It's fun. I like how it works. So we will... run this. Yeah, I go for that even little bit of crit chance because I have the over crit. Plus, it just makes my crit more consistent on enemies, on basic stuff, on stuff that I can do small amounts of damage to. Just makes it more consistent on them. Nope. More move speed. But it still goes back to one of the problems I have. This thing is easy to get, it feels pretty powerful, and it still is not as punishing as the Pyromancers. The Pyromancers is good, but bad. It needs a tweak. It needs to either be more powerful because it has the negative, or just the negative needs to go. The negative needs to go. They keep giving me this one. I don't know if it does anything, but I take it. But it keeps giving me that one. I don't know if having Blast of Turrets actually, or Chain of Turrets actually does anything. Oh, that moves them around. We'll get more base. because the base is not high enough to signify a good amount of multiplier yet. Those still turrets are fun though. I just love hearing the sound of them just blowing people away. Plus, I still think that the Paladin needs to feel better without his buff. He's got the best buff in the game, but without it, he feels like the worst class. I've not found a build that... I love the Paladin. Paladin was my favorite class before this update. But it just... his ability is... without the ability, he's rough. He just feels so clunky and bad to play. Yeah, I kind of spec'd into the robot one run, and it still was like second lowest damage. I was like, maybe if I went completely into it and grabbed like only like buff skills, maybe. Now, this might be the fastest clear on this class. Well, at least with this build. 'Cause I think both of the ones I ran have been like 11, 12 minutes. This looks like it might be around a 9. I have to clear all the enemies. And the bosses in like 12 minutes. Or in like a minute and a half. So I still don't think it's going to clear the 9.5 minute mark like the other one did. Yeah, he's not the most tanky because his about only defensive skill is Earth Shield. And it's got such a long cast time that unless you get chains on it, you're not going to have a lot of armor. But at least there's some ability to heal and have some extra armor without too much investment. So, of the like ranged classes, he probably feels the least fragile. That's the word I'm looking for. Yeah, he probably feels the least fragile. Just because he has some ability to take a hit. Like all the others are just like, oh yeah, you want to take a hit? Good luck. Hit armor every time you see it, or nope. $923 might be the fastest for this. I know it's the fastest for this build with this weapon. So, that's the other thing I need to do. I need to spend more time around these things instead of running around. I don't even know if that does anything. That's the only chain I ever get with this build. No, when I was using a different weapon and had different stuff, I was getting the chains I wanted, and still wasn't even doing close to the way that this build was. I don't know if that just means they recast or that they just fire. I'll have to ask about that. But also the other build that I was doing, because I was using his electric weapon. I was trying something with that. It at all had no AoE increases. Like, I got horribly unlucky with those. So maybe with some AoE increases, maybe that build might have been able to do a little better. Like, it was super strong. Like, up until that clear there, my fastest clear was like 11, 12 minutes with this build. And that one did it like 9.5. It just... This one just seems to do a little better in the late game, while that one seems to do a little better in the early parts. But I will only run that build once. There's already changes I want to make to it, so I will have to attempt it again. So... that goes a long way to helping his survivability. Yeah, the crit change just mostly helps against these type of things, because I'm more likely to one-shot them than two-shot them, because I'm more likely to crit, and so I have a faster chance of killing them. Unlike bosses, where they get so much daze that 8 crit is nothing. Eight crit with a 2% crit damage increase. Yeah, that's nothing. So. Ah, double prophetess. That's one of the worst. I kind of miss having 5 on the screen. I wish you at least had the option of 5 again. Because that was fun. I mean, I do like the new system, but I hardly ever use it. At some point, I do need to go on a material grind. And that's what's great about this class, is he's got increased material grind. I'll take some armor, because like I said, he doesn't have a whole lot. I pretty much just added what I kind of averagely have, a 16. So I pretty much just doubled my armor gain. There we go. No more agility for me. Because I realized past like 120, 150-ish, that's when the game starts not liking it. So I usually stick to around 120-ish. Yeah, I know I need Legionnaire. Legionnaire is actually the one I've only done it once. But Legionnaire is going to be the next video. I'll have to do more testing. The day I was going to do Legionnaire testing, this guy dropped, so I've just been spending all my time on him. Trying to get him leveled, test out his stuff, and get this video out. whatever, with a 40% shot, whatever that does. Yeah, it loves doing that. Like, I could get projectile to earth. I could get earth to blast. I could get blast to earth. Like, all of them could change because there's more than 2 of each. But, for some reason, that's the only one I ever get. Projectile to blast. I guess I'll at least grab that, try to get that out of the pool. I keep passing it up. But I think it caps at 50%, and it takes out of the pool. Yeah, it's the only mech buff I don't banish, unless there's a legendary one that I've never seen. But if there is one, I've never seen it, so I don't know if I should banish it. Okay, now no more. That was a mistake. I saw blue. I saw it and then realized what I did. I did not. I shouldn't have grabbed it. Next agility I see is getting banished, so I do not do that again. Because I bricked too many runs just because I was like, oh, this run could take me to 8. And then I accidentally get too much move speed or too much haste, and the next thing I know, I'm only on 4 and I'm running sideshows. So, I need to banish it so I don't accidentally do that again. Next, I'd love to get projectile to earth. That'd be glorious. And it's relatively easy to get, so like a few of those others, while like Pyromancer mainly, that's the one I remember the most, is I'll usually wait for like the bosses to pop and then I'll grab it. But most of them I'll like wait for the bosses to pop and then grab it. Like Monkey Kings, Pyromancers, unless I have the pretty much. I'm not even taking it anymore. It's just no. We're taking it. We're doing it. They're just only giving me this chain. We're going in on it. I don't even know what it does, but we have 60% in. I've taken it 6 times. That's 6 chains that could have random between all the combinations, and it's 6 of the same one. That's most likely pointless. At this point, I was just gonna banish it. I was like, that's not fit. I was like, no. We're gonna go in. We're gonna see how much of that chain we can get before I either end this run or we lose. Another thing I've noticed about this, but it could just be me. Banish. Is it feels like the longer you have the mech out, the more gas it eats. So it's harder to like go infinite with it. Which I don't mind, because it's super easy to get, it's super easy to obtain, and it does not feel required. No, that was the end. Didn't even realize. My turrets are just going on something. They're doing their thing. Yeah, no, I really like this class. Very good addition. He gave kind of a tanky role to the kind of range casters. Plus also, these front two turrets just seem busted. Like, I went hard into Earth Rock or Rolling Boulder just because I was like, oh yeah, I'll get Rolling Boulder. Just stack range and stack that. Without doing like any damage to the two turrets. His two starting weapons, they massively outdamaged the Rolling Boulder. Just massively. And so I was like, well, there's no point taking it. It does one thing, damage. So without damage, it's not going to be my top DPS. There's no point taking it. And that's when I adopted to this build. And I also took their other turret, and it was the same thing. Also took his third turret. But I was like, yeah, you don't really do anything. So I just I switched those two out for Cancer or Arrow and then the other projectile. So the first time I did it, I only had one projectile. But I added two more just so everything could chain into everything. Now I'll take more bleed instead of a 12% damage buff. Because that little bit of bleed, the way it scales and stuff, is probably going to be more. So at some point I might do a singularity run and just see what silliness I could do with his turrets. Yeah, actually after I post this video, I'm probably going to go take a walk, unless it's raining. But then I might go use my treadmill if it is raining. And then when I come back, I'm probably actually going to stream. Yeah, I'm going to get this video out. Yeah, I'm literally recording it before, like, as soon as this video's done, then I'm posting it. I have a bad habit of doing that. I need to start preloading. I do that sometimes. Or I'll record a video night before. I'm probably going to do that tonight. Probably get a RimWorld video set for tomorrow, and then maybe a Path of Atra video. Because I've just been playing a lot of that game. So I'm going to try a build, see if it does what I want it to do, and then make a video out of it. Oh yeah, I was debating which one I wanted to grab. Yeah, this isn't my strongest DPS build. But it's good, it's solid. It's pretty quick. But also, if you catch the wrong end of stuff, you're still probably going to explode if it one-shots you. Because you're not going to be the tankiest. So you still do have to play a little bit careful, but you will just kind of mostly destroy bosses. At some point I might take out the ammunition thing and put in increased synergy bonuses. And see if I could just get that going. So I can try to get more of the synergy stuff. Probably a green crate was probably better than just some flat damage. Yeah, green crit damage is probably better than blue damage. Yeah, I'm probably gonna, when I do stream, I might check out the new Class 1 Artifact Seeker and the new changes they've done. And then some Path of Atra. Yeah, this is going way faster than anything I've ever done with this build. This is so much faster. So. I say I have the locks. I will take it. Like, if it's a green or blue experience, it most likely will take, unless it's like, yeah, this build's about to be done. Like, I know I'm like on boss 16 of 20 of the one I'm about to call it on. And I'll be like, yeah, I won't take the blue experience. I'll get something else. But I'm feeling I could probably take this to 4. So. So that's what we're going to attempt. Cool, that's finally out of there. No more of that in the pool. But the one thing about the other build was it didn't have any sort of stats effects. So it actually had a smaller pool because I didn't have the bleed stuff in here. So it had an easier pool to sort through. Probably should just get rid of the block stuff too. I don't ever take it. Well, no, I can't say ever. If there's like a bunch of whites and there's like a blue block, I might add it because the mech adds some block buffs. So I might take it once in a blue moon, but it just mostly dilutes the pool and is just a dead option. Oh wow! We actually see another chain. I didn't think those existed. Hey look, as I speak of it, it's right there. But I don't really do block builds unless I have like a skill that does it. I just prefer armor. Because it's like, why have the chance to take no damage when I could just regularly take less damage? I mean, that chance might save my life one day, because like a chance that eventually your armor gets outscaled, but I just grab HP and armor most of the time and plenty fine with that. Area of missile, yeah, we'll take that. Yeah, about the one time I'll take a white experience at this point in the game. If it's at the only thing in the middle of a bunch of white upgrades, then I'll be like, yeah, I'll take that. Instead of wasting the reroll. Yeah, this is the best this build's ever worked. I always feel kind of like an idiot when I'm sitting there talking about how awesome a build is, and then I spin the video saying about how I did stuff before with no actual proof of doing it, because in the video I say that it's not as good. Nope, I'll go to 4 and then this build will be done. Sure. Take some more bleed damage. I wish I could get another dash. That'd be great. Like I said, 3 dashes is plenty. I sometimes might go for the 4th. No, I'm at that point where this is going to be the end. So unless it's like a blue upgrade and absolutely nothing else, then I might take a... I might take it. Of course, we get 1 projectile to Earth, and that's the only one we're going to get. Sure, we'll just double our current armor buff. Just to survive a little bit easier. Nah. Sure, we'll take a 6 increase damage. It's still damage. It's not much, but it still is something. Ow. A lot of things were hitting me, but luckily, Earth Shield. It'll make everything 10% faster instead of Cast Bolt, or instead of Earth Bolt 20% faster. Alright, we'll definitely take a 50% damage boost to everything. Sure. Yeah, see the game's starting to chug because stuff's casting so fast, and yeah, I still need to test out his other 2 weapons. And also do another try with the electric one. Yeah, it's not happy with what's going on. It is not enjoying it. Alright, help. Yeah. See, they just out DPS everything by a lot. I hate when the game does this. Yeah, I'm only doing this over that because I'm going to go here. Because Nope, this one's still a little bit faster, but of these two, it's the fastest. Yeah, this went to 5, 33 mil, 10 mil. This one to 3. Yeah, nah. And all three of the tests I've done with them, they just out damaged everything by a good margin. Like, good amount. Oh, I didn't know that. I don't know what it means by skill tree, but whatever. That's cool. But yeah, that was the engineer build. I like it a lot. So hopefully you all enjoyed the video. Hopefully you have a good day. I'll catch y'all later. Have a good day / night.